precious souls. Welcome to our happy space. Let's find out what you need to know. Calling in your higher self, your guardian angels, your precious spirit guides, and your ancestors. What have we got for the collective today? What is your message today? We'll do a 10-card reading. Wonderful. You're getting a beautiful balance between your mind, your ego, and your heart space. You're following your intuition. You're not allowing your fears or insecurities or anything out of ego to rule your or influence your directions and your choices. Well, that's what the reading's about. Let's see where you're at with that. Okay, what's the challenge? Thank you for not throwing them completely on the floor, Spirit. The challenge is to not get too used to where you are, okay? It's called laziness, but I don't think you're a lazy person at all. I think what this indicates is often we can get really cushy in a routine, right? We can get real cushy with the way things are. We know what's coming, so, it tends to not excite our ego, and then we feel satisfied. However, your intuition probably right now is pushing you to get up from where you are and see what else is going on, because there's something else being offered to you at this time. Oh, I love this. Woo! Hello there. Yeah, that one went on the floor, didn't it? Yeah. You've got a chance to collaborate with others. There's something beautiful that only you can do. It's something you're gifted in. It's some information, wisdom, experience, some talent, a hobby, wisdom, knowledge that you have, that if you brought it to your own collective, your soul family, people who are on the same journey, it would create something beautiful and magical that can't be created without you, okay? You're like the missing link, if you will. Spirit, what are we going on here? Okay. So you know that you're kind of struggling with really stepping into a leadership role. Maybe you're still, trying to fit in a little bit with the crowd, or you're still trying to find your place, but you're not going to fit in with the average bear because you're very unique, very, very special, very powerful soul, and you have a very unique purpose. That's why you never fit in. That's why people often, probably you could feel the jealousy or envy off of them, is they saw your light even before you did, which is often the way. So consciously, I think you're trying to find a way to just try to find where you really fit in, because you are sincerely not a sheep. You are the lion or lioness who's meant to help other people find their way through after all that you've learned, right? There's change and beautiful things that you're meant to bring into this world, so you're not going to feel like you fit in. I could definitely see that you're struggling with that, the way that you were conditioned and programmed, and where you go next. Thank you, Spirit. All right, just recently, what was the profound event that kind of brought us to this this place in time where we're now challenged to not get too cushy where we are? There were two things here. Oh, wow. Congratulations, you completed a cycle. You put that missing piece, that last piece in, and you went through a massive breakthrough. This is intense. No wonder Spirit's saying, hey, don't get cushy where you are, because there's something way better being offered. When you break through old cycles, that is healing your inner wounds and doing the shadow work and looking at the things that once maybe used to influence you, which is, the ego, right? The fears, the insecurity, jealousy, envy, all that stuff. Since you've broken through some of these, and there are so many different ones that everybody has unique wounds that we struggle to heal, that we've been programmed to believe about ourselves that aren't true or whatever. Spirit is congratulating you. They are so, so excited. You went through this breakthrough. Confirmation on my computer. You went through this breakthrough. You completed some cycle or two. And now there's something being offered. Now, Spirit, it says in the near future. This is ironic, okay? In the near future, just be aware that you're not so worried about the future you're causing needless stress and anxiety, because we hold the pen in the present moment. Everything around us, we can look around and we can say, what is at my disposal? What can I use, or including your ability to create, your talents. Confirmation again. I'm turning that down. We don't need that many confirmations in one sitting. All right. What can we use right now? Our abilities, our knowledge, our wisdom, our creative abilities as well. Is there something around us that we can pull from and say, hey, I'm glad I have this. I can make something pretty incredible out of that, or these, or whatever it is, okay? So it's pointless worrying about the future. You are writing it right now. But if you're looking at the future, it causes anxiety, and you're taking the power of your pen in this moment, and you're looking somewhere where it doesn't exist. So Spirit is just reminding you that in the near future, don't allow yourself to fall back into that false illusion that worrying is going to do anything, because it's not. It's just taking your attention from the present moment, and that is where the power is, my dear. And that's why, really, you've already overcome so many cycles. I think you don't need to worry about your future. Your future is beautiful so long as you stay present in the moment and really look at what's around you and what brings you joy. We're meant to really chase joy. It's the opposite of what we were programmed to believe. We create our future and our environment by how we feel inside, okay? All right, let's look at your energy right now. For the collective, I'm reading for, Spirit. Thank you so much. For the collective, I'm reading for right now. Thank you. Yeah, you're meant to tap into this beautiful creative energy of yours. Also, really see that everybody was given, when we were born and into this life and everything else, we were given specific tools, okay? A lot of it is locked into our DNA. It unlocks, okay? As we learn and grow through these cycles, we get different gifts unlocked, okay? They become, it's like a muscle. The more you use them, the more powerful they become, the more, like, I'm hearing, thank you, Spirit, I'm hearing your ancestors say, we have things that we've accomplished in other lifetimes, and they do share them with you. They share them with you. So there are things that you're not sure how you even know how to do them. There are abilities, talents, hobbies, wisdom. It's beautiful, deep wisdom. Things that they've attained in their lives, they are sharing them with you. They're being unlocked. But also to recognize that everybody in this life, in every life, is given tools like this. Their ancestors help past lives or other dimensions, if you will, that you've had. You have this beautiful toolbox full of these abilities, experiences, and wisdom. And that's why we aren't meant, thank you, Spirit. They're saying circle round. We're not meant to sit in one spot and do the same job over and over for many, many years. We're meant to get our hands dirty, skin our knees, get out there and get experiences, put them in our toolbox. Because at the end of it all, whatever, also when we pass on and we are in spirit, we are that much more experienced, wise, able to share even with our lineage to follow. Do you understand how this works? It's really powerful. So whatever it is that calls to you, that you say, hey, you know what? I always wanted to learn this instrument, or I've always wanted to write that book, or whatever this is that calls to you, jump on it. Do it, because there's something in your spirit, your soul, that craves these experiences so that you have them in your toolbox. And sometimes it's even in this life, the next step. Spirit is giving you these opportunities with free will to grab onto these experiences so that you have them in your toolbox for the next step. So a lot of people will say, when is all this abundance coming in? When is all this going to happen? When is everything going to be? Well, sometimes you're prompted to, get off that lazy boy chair, if we call it that, and get out there and get the experiences we're meant to attain so that we can go on to that next level. It's about just consistently not being afraid to try. And if you're anything like me, there was a long time in my life where I was even in a very abusive relationship where I was afraid to try because I was really ridiculed or mistreated when I tried and failed. You need a safe environment. And this is where soul family comes in, and the right people that give you a safe environment to try and screw up. And it's okay if you screw up, and then to try again and to keep trying. It's about not allowing yourself to be influenced by the opinions or judgments of others, because we aren't meant to get everything on the first chance all the time. It takes practice. So if we're afraid to even try, we might be surrounded by people that they really don't support our growth. Okay, so Spirit wanted me to share that. Thank you, Spirit. That's beautiful, and that is so true. That is so true. It is it can inhibit our growth and our dreams, and chasing our dreams and the joy and expansion and co-creating with the universe. That is key here. All right, Spirit, a direct message for the collective watching. Oh my gosh, I feel so much pride coming through from Spirit for you and all that you've accomplished. Some of you have had an extremely difficult journey, extremely difficult. All right, what have we got here? 2 messages from Spirit. Okay. Number 1, as I said, chasing your joy, right? Seeing the world through your beautiful inner child's eyes with innocence. Yeah, you know, it's like this older gentleman seen this bug a million times, but never really looked at it. Like really look at it and go, I never actually noticed that card said, you know, this number. What are we looking at? We're looking at 10, 14. Is that 14? I think it's 14. I gotta get, no, it's not. Oh, it's not. You're right, Spirit. I think that's 19. Oh, I don't know. I've got to get back in my Roman numerals. I used to know all this stuff. Anyways, I never noticed it was purple. I never noticed there was so much purple. The purity, the wisdom. It's a gorgeous card. I never noticed how old that man looked. I never noticed it looked like a praying mantis on his hand. Or was that a grasshopper? Oh my gosh, maybe if I had my glasses on. But my inner child is stopping now, and it's saying, I never noticed. And that's what Spirit wants us to do, is say, don't put the blinders on. So says my puppy dog, chirping up in the background. As well, strike the balance between, we all have a masculine and feminine side, okay? The masculine is your right side. The feminine is the left. Masculine is when you take action, when you are a doer, a builder. The feminine is when you are in receiving mode, more passive, okay? Both are so equally important. And, you know, even for myself, I can look back at my life and I can say, I was often a very masculine, come here, mister. Puppy dog saying hi. I was more operating in the masculine side because of the relationships I was in. I had to be literally like the man in my relationship. I was the one who was the laborer, all right? I was the one who was the doer. Long after everybody was, you know, sitting down with their feet up, I was still go. I was the builder. And it sure is refreshing to finally be away from all that and be on my own, to the point where, and then I was more masculine as well, because I had to do everything myself. But now I'm learning the balance, right? I've learned the balance of sometimes it's good to just chill out and let life surrender to it. It's not about go, work. There's a beautiful balance. And once we do, that abundance can flow in. It's finding a balance. There's a lot about balance in this. So finding the balance and harmony between the mind and ego and our heart space. So the ego, it always tries to protect us, right? But sometimes it's operating in past memories, which is what ego does. It operates on history and recycles the events over and over, but it's trying to protect us from something that doesn't even exist anymore. And the heart space, when we open that up, we are opening ourselves to our soul, our intuition, our inner guidance. It's not just, you know, a pump for blood. This is a beautiful electrical currents that run through us, and we are creating from our heart space. So it's finding that beautiful balance so that the abundance can flow in when you're open and receptive. You know when to take these inspired actions as you get ideas from the divine. Don't kid yourself. Those are definitely from divine. And knowing when to sit and let it come to you, right? What we chase, it runs. It's the natural laws, right? So when we sit still, it can flow in. All right, the key for the beautiful collective I'm reading for, Spirit, what is the key to striking this beautiful harmony and balance, and really seeing that now it's time to move. It's time to not be so comfortable where we are, to see our potential. Spirit, what is the key for that to come about? It's making the most extraordinary moments out of the ordinary moments. So again, living fully in each moment. Like this person looks like they're wandering through some beautiful garden path. Maybe they're picking apples. But when we don't strive to always be somewhere else or feel like we need to have some big special event to get the most out of it and make a moment extraordinary, but instead just exist and appreciate all of the blessings around us, the trees and their blossoms, the fact that we can pick fruit off of a tree, which I did. My apple tree had 3 beautiful apples, and they were so tasty and crisp and no chemicals on them. It was an exciting thing for me to say, look at what this tree did for me. This is beautiful. Every time I watered that tree, I was giving it love, and every time, and going back there and actually harvesting 3 big apples off it, it felt so good. And that's what I mean. You can get the most extraordinary experiences out of just living fully in the moment and not always having to strive for something more. Your spirit guides also want you to trust, again, with the feminine aspect of us, the feminine energy within us. Oh, excuse me. Somebody wants my attention because I'm doing a recording. Is to trust and surrender to it. Just know that everything's going to work out and not always needing to know exactly how or feeling like we've got to force it. Trust that everything is always being done for you, always. And I'm going to go take care of my little man. Maybe he needs a belly rub. I don't know what he needs. Maybe he needs something. I'm going to go take care of him. I'm sending you guys so much love. I'll catch you later.